Hey, everybody.
Hello,
Look
everyone.
who's here. It's Jack and Gary for the Jack and Gary Show. So what we do here is we give tips for people that play poker. And it's talking about, your poker face and what am I talking about?
I have no idea, but
Lisa!
I just let you be. Hey, Lisa.
Texas is in the house. And Atrice, how are you? It's good to see you.
Atrice.
And I see Norka, I think. Even though I don't see her, I think you're here. So how are you guys? Kathy, how are you? It's good to see
there.
you. And so what's going on today on this? Hey, Norka, I saw your little icon. So
Your face.
yeah. Well,
popped up.
You know what? I should have just said it's just spirit. I'm a medium, so I knew you were coming on, right? I should have taken credit. Grab as much credit as I can with doing readings. So I hope everyone is good on this Wednesday. It is a very raw and cool day,
Which we love.
which makes every
I'd rather
part of
be
me
mad.
well, makes every part of me happy.
That's
You
true.
know? Hey, Karen, how are you?
That's because you're a little psycho. You're psyche and psycho.
Angie, how's the opening going? You got to let me know. No, I mean, you know what? When I tell people like days like this that it's really raw, it's cool, it's rainy, and I love it. It makes me very, very happy. Hey, Lorraine,
Hi,
happy
Lorraine.
Wednesday too. People are always surprised or like, how does this make you happy? But really, hey,
That's because you're an Eskimo.
no, oh, Friday, Angie, wow. Good day for soup. Yeah, exactly, Karen. And
The soup Nazi.
Yeah, the soup Nazi. But I think I'm in the better place, right? Because people get really depressed when it's cloudy and rainy, and it's the opposite for me. I get
If
very
you
happy,
can
so,
handle cold, like
Hey,
for example,
Katie.
on the way here, I noticed the car was like temperature low, as low as it can be. And
Hey, Betty.
I just looked at him like, why is this so low? Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm like, oh my God, that's because you're an Eskimo. He
That is
loves
true.
the cold.
That is
and
true.
I was like, frigid. So
He almost broke my knob in the car, too. Instead of just saying, Stephen, could you just shut the AC off or lower it? No, he just, grabbed the knob like he was...
well, because I'm like, who has a knob all the way to low when the temperature outside is
I don't
66
know.
degrees?
Well, clearly,
You.
Betty made nice chili.
Ooh, I love
Yeah,
chili.
that's really nice. Heidi, how are you? It's good to see you.
Hi, Katie.
Heidi. Where's your aunt? Where's Jane? I don't see Jane, Heidi. And this is a problem. Yeah, where is
You
Jane?
know what I need to do?
Yeah, I think Jane is your aunt, right? You need to do what? Oh,
I
the
need to,
watch.
So,
So what's going on with everybody here? As I mentioned, in Massachusetts, it's a cool day, very fallish now. So how do you guys do in the winter? Well, Katie, I love the winter. I love the more
Oh, my
snow
God.
we get, the better.
if it's snow and cold, he's in heaven. He
am.
loves to live in Canada.
Yeah. There's something to be said. I did the Ancestry.com, not Ancestry.com, even though I did do that. I did the one-on-one, I forget what it's called. The one that you just do a swab in spit. You put spit in this tube. Imagine someone just tuning on or listening and just hearing me talk about spit in a tube. And all my ancestry, I knew the majority of me was going to be from Poland because my dad was all Polish and from Poland, but all my heritage is way up north. No wonder why I love the winter, right? And it's something to be said.
You also don't have any hair.
You're the psychic. You just took the words right out of my mouth.
Because I already see we're so connected. I knew.
No, but seriously, the hair on my body, maybe this is TMI, right, is from here up. Because I can grow a beard. Clearly, I have a lot of hair in my head, like the eyebrows. But down, barely anything. When I was working at Citizens Bank in audit, when I finished my undergrad, I remember one of the auditors, I came in to pick something up and I wasn't working, and one of the auditors said to me, "You shave your legs?" I don't know if I've ever said that story. I said, "No, but I can kick well," and I wanted to kick her. No, I clearly I don't, but I'm just not very hairy. And then I read something that because my ancestry is from the north, I don't need covering of hair as a guy because it's not places where there'd be mosquitoes. See, now you guys have learned something, right?
And he also hates bugs.
I hate bugs. Yeah, I'm petrified of bugs.
Yes.
So I don't really need hair, and I didn't know that's part of why guys have hair on their bodies is because guys would be hunters and be out and to protect themselves from mosquitoes and diseases. How many people knew that? I bet not.
What the hell kind of conversation are we having today about Steven's hair?
I don't know. Hey, Jane! Jane, where have you been?
Who?
Jane.
Clearly, all your hair is in your head. Because
Well,
you have hair for...
I do.
For both you, me, and a bunch of other people.
I do. Hey, Dan, how are you? Sandy's here in the house, too. So, yeah, I do. So, I mean, I wouldn't have known that, really. I'm not really sure. Then why... isn't it kind of weird, though, how... guys that are bald many times are guys that have hair all through their body, yet not on their head.
And you're the opposite.
Yeah, but isn't it so strange? It's sort of like, thank you for the education.
For what?
Katie, I think Katie said thank you for the education. But
I know.
I think Katie's being sarcastic.
Whether you want it or not, Katie, you got educated today
Who would ever
about
think
hair.
that, though? Seriously, who would ever think that? You know?
Hold on, Frances Vélez. Love you guys. My first time on here,
I watch
but
you on YouTube channel. Hey,
hi, hey,
Boricua.
Boricua.
Hey,
I love it.
Frances.
Hola, Frances. Bienvenida. Me encanta. Bienvenida.
I'm very happy, Francis, that
First
you're here.
time.
Yay.
508-222-1320.
Give her a big hand for
Yay.
Francis. Francis, first time. We need some hearts and some love, and make sure you share this. Hey, Diana. Diana, congratulations, too. I think I heard or saw you had an anniversary with the restaurant, right? Which is amazing. Listen, if anyone's around Diana in Plainville, the Purple Rooster, this woman has...
The rooster or is a chicken?
No, it's not the purple chicken. It's the Purple Rooster.
Oh.
Diana, see?
Her food is delicious.
It is incredible.
If you're vegan,
Incredible.
gluten, whatever, she makes these amazing dishes that you'll never ever know the difference.
I love the gracias, papi.
Gracias, papi.
Heidi, where the hell are you going that you're going to watch all the bald guys this weekend? Are you going to a bald convention? What do you do, Heidi, on the
I
weekends?
know, but he's right, though. Bald guys usually have a lot of hair, body hair.
Except on their heads, right?
But you're the... Hola, saludos de parte del futuro
Betty, I
yerno
didn't
de
know
Betty.
you spoke Spanish.
What? No, that's... Hola, saludos de parte del futuro yerno de Betty. I didn't know Betty. Who's this?
I just said I didn't know Betty spoke Spanish.
Ay, Dios mío.
Betty is the one that made an owl for me that I don't have. Betty, it's...
Yeah, but I don't know if that's Betty or that's her son-in-law, future son-in-law.
Oh.
On writing. I don't know. Betty, let us know. Is it
Yes.
you? So, saludos, nevertheless. Saludos a todos.
See, when you come to here, you get to
Yendo,
learn
okay.
a lot of stuff. You know, like we talk about, the hair on guys from mosquitoes. You learn about, and you can ponder why we never see pigeons having sex. You ever think about that?
Oh, wait a minute.
How come, wait a minute, but how come you never see pigeons? You never see baby pigeons. I never have seen a baby pigeon, and I've never seen pigeons having sex. Okay, I've never seen birds, like wild birds having sex, so maybe the sex piece is out. But why don't you see, like cardinals come to the bird feeder, I see the babies, I see baby robins. Why don't you see babies, pigeons, or cats having sex? Why don't you ever see that?
Why? How did we get to this conversation from hair? Oh my God, jeez. By the way, I saw Dean Greenberg, Mel's husband. He's watching. I know you're watching, Dean.
Dean's here?
Yes. Hey, Dean.
How are you?
How
Where's
are
Mel?
you? Where's Mel?
Yeah.
Mel, come on, come
Dean,
see
I'm
us.
sure Dean probably gets a lot. Just push Dean over to get to Mel, right? How do you not love your wife, Mel?
I
she's-
love Mel.
She is a beautiful, beautiful soul. But I just saw, what did Heidi say? I'm going to ask them if they're here. Oh, Heidi, that's too much information.
Yeah. And by the way, Diana celebrating 10 years anniversary. That's
wow.
amazing, Diana.
Diana, 10 years. That's so great.
We are due to come back and
we
have
have
of
to.
those delicious
I'm telling
meals.
you, Diana does this vegan.
I just said that.
No,
Vegan,
I understand. Gluten free. You would. I'm telling you, if she put like a sample and you had to pick which one was not, like which one was normal and which one was gluten free or vegan, you wouldn't be able to tell. Diana's the most talented person, honestly, in reference to cooking. It's crazy how good Diana's food. So
Hi, Flo.
if you're anywhere near Plainville, Purple Rooster, you got to hit. I know that Donna is very good friends. Donna used to live across the street.
Auntie Donna.
Yeah, Auntie Donna, that's on Dave Kane show, used to live across the street and would rant and rave. I came to Diana. She let me do a group reading there. Auntie Donna's done readings there too. So it's really cool. So Flo's in the house. Hey, Flo. So what else is going on with you people? Tell me and talk to me. I've already shared a lot of amazing information. You come here, you get a lot of education.
You've learned
the
about
hairy
Stegan's
guys and
lack of hair in his body. Now
Heidi's going to some place that I don't want any more
bugs
information.
and sex.
It's a weekend of bald guys, so I don't want to know any more, Heidi. So hey, cousin Holly's in the house.
Holly
you're
was
late.
just here.
Yes.
We just went to see, what was that, Sleepy Hollow?
Oh my
in
God.
Sturbridge Village?
So my cousin Holly and my niece Morgan were here for the weekend, and we did the play in Sturbridge, Sleepy Hollow. First,
Hi, Susie.
we went to Public House for dinner, and give a shout out to April, the waitress, the wait staff, who we love.
You're amazing.
She took care of us. And then we
Thank
went into
you.
Old Sturbridge Village for this play. If you've never done the play this time of year, it is, hey Croaks, it's amazing. It was so much fun. And then we spent the day at Salem, went to the museums, did stuff, and
We started October with a bang.
Are we late?
Salem, no, almost. By the way, give us some hearts. Make sure you give us love, because the more hearts we get, the more
And call me.
the algorithm works.
Call me. 508
Can you just remove your hand?
Call me.
He's covering, like, call me. 508-222-1320. If you want to read.
Don't you love
phones.
us? 504, Karen, we're late. We're late.
We're going.
Thanks, Karen.
And what else? The phone lines open up just as soon as we get into the room. They'll start to open. So again, 508-222-1320 is the number. And give us some love, and share. Do a watch party so that others can watch the show. And we are about to start, so right on time.
Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. Honest to God, we're next door. Every time we do the show next door, we go to the conference room, start Facebook Live, and Mark, the producer who's here, Mark, tells us how long the news is going to be. So we said 5 past. So we're in there. Thank God for Karen on Facebook Live. I'm like, are we supposed to be next door? And Karen says it's 5:05. I flew in here and without the headphones on can hear a lot of love and just made it in the nick of time. So welcome. I have Mr. Coach Elix here.
Coach Elix is in the house.
So the three of us are here, and
Do you want to tell them why you were late? Stephen was, Mark, just so that you know, he was busy talking to Facebook group on the Facebook Live about his body hair and the lack of hair. Then he was talking about insects and how they procreate. I don't even know how he got
birds.
Birds?
Birds.
Okay.
And cats.
Oh my God, and being an Eskimo. He loves the cold weather.
This is Coach Elix show. The reason why I was bringing that up on Facebook Live is that I don't really know. If I don't know how this came, I have to share that, right? I'm not really sure how it started. All I know is that I read that partly why guys are hairy on their bodies is it started with guys that were in a warm climate, and they were hunters, and it would prevent mosquitoes to get to their skin, to stop like any kind of diseases. And I was just saying, oh, I know how it started, because Elix started saying that I had the AC on coming here, and it's a really cool raw day here.
66 degrees, and he has the AC all the way to the coldest
it's cooler
setting.
than that, I think.
And I'm frigid.
So that's what just made me start thinking about it. And I did that through Ancestry.com. I did that swab thing that you spit in a tube. And I knew I was going to be mostly Polish because that's what I am. But all my Ancestry stuff was up north, and I said, see, that's the reason why the hair on me is from like my neck up, because I got a ton of hair, right? But my body it's like if I went through the hair machine, I just my head went through. And it's because up north, and I'm petrified of bugs, I don't need that on me to protect myself.
Yeah.
So
and I was as Puerto Rican as it gets.
yeah, but you're not hairy.
No, but I'm talking about the results from the Ancestry or whatever result we got.
Yes.
So as Puerto Rican as it gets, so I was mostly 70% Spaniard. Then the remaining was Caribbean, right? Indian from and some African. So
you were just
I am
a mixed bag.
A little bit of everything.
You were a mutt.
And I did have some Jewish in my ancestry as well.
Did.
So
you actually don't hear that word mutt anymore. Like what is that breed? You don't hear mutt anymore. I don't know if that's an old expression, but I think like
you just call me mutt.
60% Polish and like 30-something% Irish, and that made up about 95% of me. So Polish and Irish, and then there was just I think some French. So I have no idea how this started, but it's a great conversation. I told Facebook Live that if you want to come and learn and be educated, come through the static, and you'll get to learn things, right?
And I just want to say, I want to acknowledge one first-time person from Puerto Rico, Francis Vélez.
Hey,
Boricuas
hola,
in the
Francis.
house.
Hola,
bienvenida.
Bienvenidos.
And we have an international audience, so we welcome everyone from all over the world.
Well, and I just see Gina Marie on Facebook just like my page. Hello, Gina Marie. Facebook Live is a lot of fun if you're on Facebook, because we get to just interact with everybody. And it's, the greatest thing about Facebook Live, it's so many of the same people, which I love. It's like getting to see a friend, right? When we go on, and I think every single Wednesday when we do this, we're like, where's this one? Where's that one? And then they pop on. It's like if you're missing, we notice.
But soon we should be able to have this automatic for everyone to be able to.
Things are changing here in the studio, so we're not sure exactly date-wise
when,
and even though the boss told me not to say anything, and I'm really not. I'm just giving a little preview, right? Just a little.
Bochinche over there said it before you said it, so
yeah. Bochinche.
We're talking about Mark, our
means,
producer.
Gossip. The gossip.
Oh,
the
not gossip.
queen.
Like he's got loose lips.
He's looking at you like
giving me the evil eye.
I don't think I've ever in over a year. I don't think I've ever seen the evil eye from Mark. I just saw it now.
It's my birthday, Mark, so you better be nice.
And you do have to remember, I'm doing the morning show all week.
I know.
I'm getting up at 3:30 in the morning.
I'm shocked. I'm blessed and shocked that you're here today, because Mark is filling in for Dominic every day, 6 to 9. So today he did 6 to 9. Then he did his show, Jukebox, from 3 to 5. And now he's doing our show 5 to 6. And I think at 6, we're probably just going to have to put him in a bag and bring him home, because he's going to be so tired.
Do you know why?
Why?
I'll tell you the truth.
Tell me.
Okay.
Tell me.
I'll tell you the truth. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Jim asked me to be here because he would normally fill in for me.
Right.
And,
you mean for my show?
Right.
Right.
And produce your show.
Right.
But he is quite busy today.
He's quite busy every day.
And especially today. And he was concerned there wouldn't be anybody to produce your show.
Oh, can't have that.
And that would be
that would be
So
horrendous.
he said to me, could you make sure and be here for 5 o'clock? So my thought was, if we're going to be here at 5,
You might as well do your show.
yeah, I might as well come at 3.
Well, you know what? And I am sure, Mark, there are so many people that were very happy that seriously that you're here for the jukebox because you've got a following, and your show is an incredible show. The themes that you pick out and the way you play songs, seriously, I love the show. So this has just been like a potluck of subjects today, and it's just expanding and giving knowledge to everybody, right? It's
Right.
So we've been from body hair to ancestry to
right, exactly, to filling in shows. I hate bugs, and also why I have never seen a baby pigeon. I just want someone to answer that for me. Why pigeons don't come out as an adult? So why don't I see baby robins, I see baby cardinals, I see baby like golden finch. Why don't I get to see a baby pigeon? The babies just don't come out? Is that what it is? Someone needs to help me out here.
Somebody please take that one because I am not handling that subject.
I'll tell you what, when the Stephen the Medium statue gets put up over in Norton or Stone,
Or maybe Attleboro.
Attleboro, wherever, you'll learn about baby pigeons. Really.
I don't know. I mean, we went to Trafalgar Square in London with all the pigeons. Still didn't see a baby. I don't understand it. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around why you just don't see little. You see babies of everything, right? I mean, every animal.
Channel 2, if you're listening, public television here, we need a special on
Just for
on
Stephen.
pigeons.
Oh God, help us all.
And just adding to the craziness of today's show, I just looked straight ahead. In front of Mark. There is a little porcelain knickknack of it looks like a skeleton on the toilet. And it's a skeleton, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's a rooster.
I believe.
That is the funkiest rooster, if that's a rooster.
I'll have to ask Paul Healy about that.
That's Paul's?
I'm sure it
That
is.
you know that probably makes sense. Yeah, it
I'm
probably
sure
makes
it
sense. Maybe he even had
I got to take a look at it.
a conversation a little bit more detailed than that, which you never know with Paul, right? You never know.
Well, now that I've
You're gonna show
been,
Facebook Live that. It's crazy. No, but seriously, there's things changing in the studio for the best, and it's you just gotta hang on because soon maybe you'll be exposed a little bit more to all of us, which I cannot wait. I can't even tell you how excited I am and what Jim and the guys are doing here. They just finished the podcast studio, which is incredible. And so this station is amazing, and I know that's why Jim is so busy. They've got stuff going on with the TV, stuff, and so they'll get to this soon. So
tomorrow is the groundbreaking for the new Attleboro High School
oh wow,
at 10
Oh,
a.m.
that's awesome.
wow.
So it's going to be quite a deal there. They're going to put the first shovel in the ground for the new building.
I love it. And you know what? Switching subjects before we go to break, Elix, a big congratulations and shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Clark, Mark's parents, who are celebrating their 63rd anniversary this weekend. 63
that's
years. Now, we never
impressive.
met your dad, but your mother, we could take home in a split second. I mean, who does not love your mom?
We wouldn't
Seriously.
take you, but we take your mother.
And with that said, we'll be back.
She'd go.
All right, so in all fairness,
What's
I
that
mean,
one?
that does
go.
look like a rooster from afar.
skeleton.
It
Are
is
there
a
calls?
skeleton, though.
I'll have to,
Are they close?
yeah,
Of course.
I'll have to ask Paul tomorrow morning.
Did you see this?
when I-
That is not a rooster.
Well, it looks
It's a
from
skeleton.
from afar.
It's
looks
a
like.
skeleton with a mohawk. It's kind of like, well, you know what? This skeleton would probably be cool to hang out with. But what's this? I may steal this.
So, by the way, move it. We have an answer to your pigeon question.
We do?
So, Betty, I have pigeons
pigeon's
nest
nest?
under my deck every February. They stay at their nest until they can fly. So that's the answer.
So wow. So but how do they fit, Betty, in there? nest if they're like adult size pigeons. Like, how big is this nest? Like a pool?
Well, they're not adults, Steven. They wouldn't be adults. Oh my
Yeah, but if
God.
they fly-
they're babies. They can't fly until they learn how to fly.
Yeah, but if they fly and they're not adults, then you'd see them, wouldn't you, Betty? Hey, Becky.
This is what living with Steven is like.
Betty's the winner.
Questions
Shelly, that's
everything.
funny. Betty's the winner.
My guess is the nests are hidden like under a
And there may be
portico
big nests that are
somewhere.
big enough for
And
pigeons.
the babies are
Oh,
baby
my God.
size,
Right.
And mama feeds them, and they grow up and they learn to fly like
See?
other birds.
It's a
And-
good
Yeah, but you-
size, but there's only like 3 at a time. Come on. This is like Judge Judy. You know,
There's only 3 at a time, but why are there so many pigeons?
there's
then?
no why.
There's a lot of
it is what it
mamas.
is.
This must be like a maternity ward
Well,
for
they probably
pigeons.
give a lot of. I don't know. Oh
Maybe
my
they can have
God.
babies like right away too. You know, Betty. Do you know
Probably.
that too? Betty is the pigeon lady. I'm the did I say frog before? I meant turtle.
And
Did I say turtle?
why do you care?
I'm
Like,
just curious that I've never seen a baby pigeon. No one has ever thought about that. A baby, like why we don't see baby
No.
pigeons?
no.
No,
I'm sure
like
Facebook.
who? Like
well,
who?
Betty has the answer, so she thinks about it.
She never thought about it. She's answering
Well, she
your
had the
question.
answer, so right? I mean,
all
my
we think
God,
about
people,
pigeons is
help us
killing them 'cause
all.
they crap over
All right, 508. Let's see. So we have Susie, Holly, Rebecca, Heidi, Jane.
what's that?
Just taking a look at 508-222-1320.
That's 508-222-1320. That's 508-222-1320. That's 508-222-1320.
You sound like one of those crazy attorney advertisements. How
Yeah, when
appropriate
did
is
you
that?
those commercials.
Yeah.
Huh?
When are we
Seriously.
going to see the Stephen the attorney?
Oh my God, never. Never.
Okay,
I
here we
shoot
go.
myself,
This-
please.
This
Okay.
show is in rare
So
form
we-
today.
We are. Give us some love, love, hearts, and share. Do a watch party as well. Okay.
2 or to 3 sets a year. That's it. Oh, sets. So it's
Sets.
about 9 babies a year.
Oh my God. Okay, move along, Betty. Bye.
Oh, Lord.
And welcome back to Through the Static. This show is out of control today. But before I take my
Not the
first
show.
call,
You are out of control.
I did get an answer from Betty on Facebook Live, and I'm suspect. So she said that she's got not. I'm suspect that she's not telling me the truth. Of course she is, but she told me that. Mama pigeons have 2 to 3 babies, and then they don't fly out until they can fly. But then I would think they're not full grown, and if they are before they can fly, then how the heck big is that nest? Because pigeons are not tiny. And then Betty said they do 2 to 3 sets, and I thought there was like this huge pigeon maternity ward that, you know, at one time all the baby pigeons fly out, and that's why you never see babies.
This is like living with Judge Judy. So now you know what it's like, people, to live with Steven.
Stephen, you want to laugh?
Yes.
I just went online. There's a site, it's on the BBC's website,
Right.
and the page is, why don't you ever see baby pigeons?
There's even a page or a website dedicated to that. So Elix said nobody thinks about it. Mox says I don't think about it. Clearly, I'm with a lot of
my
people that think about it.
God. Oh my
Do you
God.
want the answer?
Yeah.
Do we have a
of course.
second?
Hello.
Is there-
Yes.
is there
Do
an
we have a
answer?
second? But this is from the BBC.
Okay, so tell me the answer.
website, Okay.
I know everyone wants to know.
But there is something odd about pigeons. We see them old and hobbling, mature and wise, young and a little foolish, playing a game of proverbial chicken with the oncoming traffic. But we never see their baby,
Right.
which, given the abundance of pigeons, the question why. They asked the audience to do some research.
Here it comes.
The more affluent pigeon parents tend to rent high-end pirate maternity coops to give birth.
Did that answer the question? I have no idea what that means.
Feral pigeons, the ones we see in our cities, are descended from rock doves and maintain essentially the same bird. their taste might be a little more cosmopolitan. but when
Okay,
it
so I think
comes-
I think you're gonna have to give me the cliff notes of that because that sounds very long, and I still, even with the website, don't have an answer yet. So I know Mark is not gonna let this go. He'll figure it out. So
We'll have an essay by next week.
Well,
a quiz or a test.
so go online to the BBC's website and ask why do you never
I'm sure
see
your-
baby pigeons?
Your callers are
Okay,
like,
yeah,
can we stop talking
yeah,
about
Yeah,
pigeons?
yeah. Let
please?"
me let me start my first caller.
That would be a good idea.
Hello, this is Steven. Hello. Hi. Good. Who's this? Anitris, how are you? Anitris, right? Okay, I'll never forget Anitris. So, Anitris, before I start the reading, can you just please tell me why we don't see baby pigeons?
Are you gonna ask every caller about this?
Anitris
oh my
is like-
God.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there.
Somebody help.
Okay, so Anitris, let me get into reading here. So, Anitris, let me start here with you a little bit differently. I tell people when I do this that I do the mediumship stuff and the psychic stuff. It's a combination. And the psychic stuff is about what's going on in your life now. And the mediumship stuff is, your loved ones who are going to start talking to me, and I'm going to tell you who they are and what they're giving and saying and messages. But Anitris, it's a combination of what I'm getting, but I don't know what this is. I keep getting a wall around you. There's a wall that's built around you, and I just heard a guy. I don't know if this is it's a father figure. I don't know if this is dad or grandfather, but just said you built it. So let me ask you something. When I usually see this at the beginning of a reading, it's either one of two things. It's either recently you lost someone, and recently with like a year, no more than like 15 months. Is that something that happened? Okay, so I knew it, Anitris. So the thicker the walls around the person, the more grief and the more sadness and the more the heart was just ripped apart. So this must have been someone very close, correct? Oh my God, Anitris. Wow. I mean, I don't think in all the readings I've done, I've ever seen a wall this thick. And I love the fact that that's what Spirit wants to give as a validation, as well as so does your fiance who now is stepping forward. It's also a way to let you know that he's stepping forward. Where's the dad figure though come in? Is your dad crossed? Okay, so just know that. So just know that your dad is letting you know that he's stepping forward with your fiance. Now they didn't know each other, right? It's I don't know what this means, but I'm just going to tell you that your father said it's very important for you to know that they've already bonded, and I don't know if this is going to make sense. Your father just said to me that him and your fiance have already bonded, which he's hoping helps you. So the fact that he wants to make sure you know that your dad and your father and your fiance, because they're joking with each other, like your father's got his arm around your fiance, somehow ties in to you. So I don't know what that's about, because when I ask your father more specifics, he gives me my symbol for, my daughter knows. So who was away? Was your father away? When when your father was like living before he crossed, was he either like emotionally away or geographically away? Yeah, so Anitris, that's what your dad is giving as a validation. And it's just, I love what your dad just said. Your dad just said to me, just please tell my daughter that I'm making up, I'm trying to make up for what I didn't do here by letting her know, now it makes sense, letting her know that I'm taking care of her fiance as he transitioned over into spirit. So I just know it's a way that your dad just wants to give that as a message. And Robert, or where's the R come in connected to you? Richie, Robert, either. Is this your biological father's brother or your stepdad's? But wow, so it's just Uncle Robert stepping forward to let you know that it's just a way. Your father's goal here, Anatrice, is just to say that everybody is here and they're taking care of your fiance. Now look, I know it's a fiance. I know you guys were going to get married, but I got to tell you something that I know you're going to know this, but your fiance just said to me that like you were the love of his life. That was it when he met you. So it almost makes me feel, Anitris, and he also just says to me that, you know, he didn't make the best decisions too. I don't know what that means, but just know that the relationship that he experienced with you was unlike a relationship he's ever had. So I hope that makes sense. But he's also a very, very funny guy, but he's also a sort of like a guy that does things on the whim, because he's telling me that some of the things he decided or made choices probably were not the best. Now I know we all do that, but if he's bringing it up, it just means that there's something going on. He also just said to me, there's nothing that anybody could have done to prevent, you know, his crossing. So I don't know if somebody, usually when I hear that, someone feels that way, and Anitra, so well, please know that that's why he wants to make sure you know that, and that it had, regardless of where you're at thinking what if, it would not have changed anything. And this boy loves you. I said boy because there's a grandmother here for him, and she's referencing him as his boy, as her boy, and it just came out that way. But you've got the most incredible guardian angel, and just all he keeps saying is, Stephen, you're talking to the most wonderful person on this earth, and thanking you because in the period of time that you met him, what he learned from you, and I mean not externally but more internally, about the unconditional love and the feelings that he never felt. He's giving you so much love and thanking you, and he's never going to go away. So Anitris, I just please know how much he loves you, okay? No. Oh no, thank you. We're going to take a break, and a lot of love to you, Anitris. Bye-bye.
I got your short answer.
What's the short answer?
Here's the short answer. Their nests tend to be out of view on rooftops or other skyscraping venues like bridges and the sides of high-rises. Pigeons spend a longer time as nestlings than other birds, and pigeon babies grow up at least appearance-wise faster than other birds.
So they may be babies and you don't know they're babies.
Well, no, but they grow up faster too,
Yeah.
also, and they stay in the nest longer. So, Betty, you're right. Not that I questioned you, Betty, but you did good, Betty.
The other thing they're saying,
or under our decks.
the other thing they're saying is that other birds nest lower to the ground,
So
like
you get to
in
see them,
trees.
like robins and stuff.
Right. Where pigeons, they nest up in the skyscrapers. So even if the
Bridges,
babies
yeah.
are around, you
Hey,
don't see
Wally. Felix, Wally's in the house. Mark, thank you for that.
them. So
Say hi to Wally.
that's from
I
Live
have never
Science.
seen you give a reading. Shelly, you're not talking to me, right? Pigeons, palomas. Luis is here in the house.
Turn it around.
Giving palomas. Mira,
When you hear this sound,
Luis, Elix's dad once wanted to give me, swear to God, sopa de paloma. And Elix's mom screamed at him before he got to ask me because I probably would have swam from Puerto Rico to Boston if someone ever came up to me and said this sopa is sopa de paloma. It would have freaked me out, Luis. Freaked me out. Kayla, how are you? Hey, it's good to see you. So, Luis, I'm probably sure you're laughing, but hey, Christy, how are you? It's good to see you also. And Janice, my Rhode Island gal, is in the house. Exactly, Luis, really. And if you tell me you've had sopa de paloma, I don't know. I may have to ban you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I never heard of it. I don't want to know about it. And my music's on, so I got to get back to work. Did you see Dean anymore? Did you see Dean anymore?
Did I what?
See Dean anymore in here? No?
Change it. Move that.
Hello and welcome back to Through the Static. What were you saying? Okay. So Mock, in a condensed way version, gave the answer that pigeon nests are usually in places that we don't get to see them, in high rises, even though Betty clearly says they're under her porch. And I think Betty also said she brings them in at night and she gives them soup. And no, I'm just kidding, Betty. But they also stay in their nest longer, as Betty was correct, and they also grow quicker than the other birds. So they become adults quicker than the other birds, and thus the reason why, see how educational Through the Static is, that we all know now why we don't see baby pigeons. So when you see pigeons, and you can say to your girlfriend, your husband, the friend at the market, do you know why you don't see baby pigeons? Is that a good conversation? All right, let me go to the next call.
Tune in next week.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello? Hi, who's this? Hey, Tracy, how are you? I'm doing well. So, Tracy, I hope you're enjoying my pigeon stories. It's good, right? Tracy's like,
She was so convincing
Steven, I know.
saying that.
Oh my God, Tracy, that was bad. Tracy's like, yeah, Steven, just get to the reading. Okay, let me tune in to you, Tracy. Tracy, okay, I don't know where to start because there's so many people saying different things to me. There's Tracy. So let me start with there's a mom figure. Is this mom or is this grandma or mother-in-law? I asked, are you heading to the studio to bring us out to dinner? Is that what you're doing? No, Tracy, is mom crossed? Okay, so it's got to be mom then. It's a mom figure that stepped forward. And I don't know why she keeps talking about floral. Like, first I wasn't sure if she's talking about, like, a perfume. Like, have you ever smelled her? Like since she's been crossed? So your sister actually has, is it a perfume she's smelling? Yeah, your mom, it's just a way that your mom is giving a validation. Even though, Tracy, I will tell you that your mom said you experienced the same amount as your sister. It's just that it's a little bit more difficult because your brain doesn't shut off. It just keeps going very quickly, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Usually when that happens, Tracy, when Spirit tells me that, it just means that that the person is also just very connected, connects very easily. And a lot of times with people that connect very easily, they don't know they connect very easily. So, it's not a surprise that you may say your sister gets more, even though, if you tune in, you'll actually get even more. But I'll tell you something. In addition to the smell, your mother just said to me, there is something with a floral print, a dress, a blouse, that either there's a picture. There's something. I don't know if is it just the two girls? I just asked your mother and she said two. I don't know if there's an old picture of you two and you've got little floral dresses on or blouses on, or your mom has the floral blouse or skirt or dress. Just keep it with you, because your mother shows me a frame, which means that it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in a frame, but there's a picture that she's giving as a reference. So just keep it with you if you don't know it. And where's the Mike or Masha? Where's the M come in? Mary? Who's this? Either here or crossed. It sounds like a longer, like, you're not connected to like a Michaela or Mike or Michelle. Where's this M come in? Well, who's Mary Lou? And is your mother's cousin Mary Lou crossed? I don't know if that's what it is. No, it's a painting. The floral is a painting. It's not a picture. She's telling me Michelangelo. It's a painting, or you tell me that again. But what are they? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean paintings? That, oh my God! And they're actual floral paintings. Oh my God, Tracy! I mean, how more validation can your mother get? It's not about that you didn't put them up, because your mother was like, just please tell my daughter that's not what this is about. It's more about just giving a validation about, like, she doesn't want you to say, oh my God, mom's mad, she's bringing it up because I haven't put them up yet. It's not about that. And they don't tell us what to do. This is all about how happy she is you have those paintings, and how happy she is that you now know that she brings them up because she's in the house all the time with you. So it's a wonderful, yeah, The dog, is that what you said? Yeah, oh, the pug. Yeah, and as I say, and maybe you've heard me, and clearly it sounds like you know, that animals connect so much. I love your mother. I don't get this a lot, but your mother actually just hugged me and said, that was a good job. Like Michelangelo, that wasn't easy to get, and you got it. She's hugging. I love your mother. She's giving me kudos. I listen. You got to you got to listen to mom. It's really good. So, you know what? There's also one last thing she's telling me is a garbage or garbage bin. I don't know what this is. Is somebody throwing stuff out, or you know what, Tracy? There's across the street in this parking lot, there's a big garbage bin, and your mother just actually pulled the bin to me. So do you know what that is? No clue? Did someone move and there was a lot of stuff thrown out recently, or in a garbage bin? There's a reason why your mom's bringing up a bin. I don't know. Sometimes. So, with one of those garbage bins, just know it's your mom letting you know. I could actually see things coming from the house into these big bins. It's just a way that your mom's letting you know that she's watching everything. She knows everything that's going on, so you better be good, Tracy. She's watching. So, But listen, thank you so much for calling and lots of love. Alrighty, bye-bye. Okay, next call. Next call. Hi, who's this? Hey, Christy, how are you? Oh, well, first of all, that accent is just wonderful. You did? You know what, Christy? When that happens, it's because Spirit wants you to get through. Now, I don't remember. I don't have, especially, from being from Rhode Island and I talk like New York. This accent for any of us is like, wow, it stands out. So let me see, Christy, why you are coming through again. I just heard this is I hear a grandmother stepping forward, but she's telling me someone left. Meaning that did you lose someone or just someone leave? But still living or crossed? Okay, all right. So I got it. I just want to make sure. I just heard your grandmother, and she's talking to me, but she's very quiet, and she just said they left, and I couldn't tell whether she meant they left this earth or they just left, like physically left, that's still living. So, it's again, is Dad's mom crossed? Your grandmother on your father's side? It's interesting, Christy, because she just said to me she really wants to make sure you know that it's her. It's the father's side. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if either you didn't know her or she wasn't around. I don't know what it's. But all I can tell you is that she's telling me that she wants you to be around. Your grandmother. There's a couple of things, Christy. Your grandmother just told me you have the most spirits and angels around you now. So whatever happened with the person leaving, clearly it's going to be very connected to you. I don't know if this was like a significant other. I don't know what it was or who it was. All I can tell you is because your grandmother just put me in what I could hear is like, it sounds like a rainstorm. And I just said to your grandmother, why am I hearing rain? And she said, that's my granddaughter's tears. And it's a representation about just how you're feeling and the sadness. Where does Scott come in? Who's I that's not a name that I get a lot. You don't know a connection with Scott, either living or crossed? So then let me just make sure I get this. So Scott is your father's your children's father's brother? Okay. Yeah, you know what? And it's never about so much of this, Christy, is what they'll do is they'll bring me to trying to help what's going on with you right now, and it's never about necessarily. They bring people up that just left your house because you just were chatting with them. It's more about where they want me to go with this. So your children's father, that's not who left, right? But this is not your father's. This is not your children's father. Okay, I got it. Right, I got it. And I got it. There's always a reason why Spirit's giving me this. And I just said, as you were chatting with me, I just said to your grandmother, and this is all Dad's mom, why are we going to, clearly you want me to go to the children's dad. I get it, but why? And what your grandmother just said to me was that please tell my granddaughter that she's got to let go of the history in the past and the sort of the baggage that comes along with it. And in so much of it, why your grandmother says it is just because you've been battered. I don't mean that physically. I don't mean that your kid's dad is a bad man at all. I just mean that your grandmother's saying that in relationships in the past that haven't worked out, including your fiance or your well, it is your fiance. I think you said you were engaged. Left. What your grandmother's saying is that you've got to stop focusing on there and move forward, because just remember, Christy, as difficult as this is, your grandmother said, because she's hugging you right now, you've got to know that everything happens for a reason. Now, I'm not in your situation, and I know that may not even help right now, but please know that that's the reason why your grandmother's giving this to you, and that you've got all this support in spirit that's helping you move forward. And your grandmother just said, and also tell my granddaughter, it's not take every day, it's really take every second. That's what you need to do. And so many people rely on you with your children, and you're so loved by so many other people that just make sure you keep that with you, okay? And I get it. You know what, Christy, I get it, but I will tell you, what they're giving me now is going to really support what you just said. So if that's the case, and Spirit's not really bringing that up at this point because they're focused solely on you, which makes sense, it's grandma. It's just that she wants you to focus on what I just said, if not focusing on the past, but on like your attributes and your qualities, and move forward. And that also, if it's supposed to be that you two get back together, is going to help the situation, just not focused on the past. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Christy. And just make sure you listen to what Grandma said. And remember, if you go on my YouTube channel, Stephen the Medium, you actually will get this. You can listen to this when they upload it. Then I shoot it over to YouTube, so you'll be able to listen back to this, which I think your grandmother said would be very helpful. I got to take a break, Christy. But thank you so much for calling, and lots of love. And hang in there, okay? All right. Bye-bye. We'll be back.
Hey everyone, how we doing?
That was one of those you couldn't just.
I know.
You had to run it through there.
I know. Hey Jody. Hey AJ.
Gina, yes. The answer to that is yes.
Call in, Gina Marie.
The Friends of Cape Run Park Zoo will host the
Hey,
annual
Linda.
Fest at the zoo
Debbie.
Saturday,
Debbie.
We got one of the sisters in the house. And Minx, hello. How are you? I haven't seen you, Minx, in a long time.
Was this Linda the one that was just called? Picture of the three of us and my mom had a purple floral dress on.
No, Lynn, I didn't get a Linda.
Oh.
So, Linda, I am sure that your mom also just jumping on board to give a validation for you. Spirit's smart, so they know if you're watching via Facebook Live or you're listening to the show, they know you're listening to the show. So if they can manipulate so that two people get a validation, and clearly, Linda, you did, you got to know it's your mom, even though you didn't talk to me. So it's pretty wild.
And Luis loves pigeon soup.
Luis, you're going to be banned. Luis,
He loves pigeon
Banned.
soup. See? That's what happens.
Ay, this is, Luis, this is when I say Ave and Santa. Ay, Dios mío. Hey,
Hi
Sherry.
there.
How are you?
Do they-
And CJ, how are you?
Do they eat it like a chicken?
Oh,
also,
do we
or
have to
just
really
a
talk
stew?
about this?
No, just like a stew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just curious.
These two have problems talking about pigeon soup. Yeah.
Hey,
Problems.
You brought it up,
Problems.
so now you deal
Not
with
to
it.
keep talking about
Well,
it
you
or to
brought
like
it-
listen to how you.
wanted
That's
to know
so
about baby
gross.
pigeons. We
So
eat
I
them.
guess I shouldn't tell them about my friend having dogs to eat in Vietnam.
Mickey.
In Vietnam,
Mickey
Yeah, they eat
Ludwig
dogs.
Murphy.
They
my
serve
God.
dogs.
Mickey, how are
if
you?
they ever served to Steven, he would
Jody,
die.
welcome. My music. I just want to come on and chat with everybody, and my music's back on, so I got to go back on the radio
Get your headphones on.
before
You
there's
got
dead
9
air.
minutes.
Left to the show.
Yes.
Hi, Tia.
Welcome back to Through the Static, and let me go to the next caller. Hi, who's this? Hello. Who's this? Vivian, how are you? You are?
Is this Vivian from Puerto Rico?
It is.
Oh,
Hey,
Brazil.
Vivian.
Ooh, we're Brazilian in the house.
I thought you were just excited because you have the answer of why no one sees baby pigeons, but that's okay. You can be excited to call in too. So, how are you, Vivian? Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you called. So let's tune into Vivian. Oh wow, I don't know where I'm going with this. So let me start with this, Vivian. You've got a dad crossed, right? Your dad, the reason why I say it that way is that your dad just came through the studio door. I thought he was going to take it off the hinges. He's like, my daughter. I mean, he just almost blew off the wall. I'm like, okay, just keep us safe. So he's so excited that that he gets to talk to you. So was he within 5 years that he crossed? Oh, so there's the 5. I got it. So he actually passed on the 5th? Oh, I wasn't sure time frame. He just showed me 5. So it's not 5 years, it's the 5th. So it's a beautiful way, Vivian, that he just wants to say it really is, it's really dad. So now I got to go here. And I don't know, I've never seen this before, so I got to figure this out. So do you have a connection to Lucy? Like a name Lucy, or I love Oh my God, there it is. This is so funny. I could hear the Lou. I thought it was Lucy because you know how he got me to his name was that I heard Vivian Bagley, who is the character that Lucy on I Love Lucy, and then here's Lucy and the Lucy Show. I know this is another too much information. It's one of my favorite shows. He brought me to that, and I knew that there was going to be a connection with the Lou. So, oh my God! So what a cool way that your dad's giving me his name. How wild is that? And Vivian, just a beautiful way to let you know that it's really dad. Your father also just said to me, I've never had this spirit. He's laughing at me. He thinks, excuse me, that the whole Lucille thing is so funny. And I've never had spirit laugh at me. Your dad's laughing at me. I love his sense of humor. But he also just told me, Vivian, that you've got birthday anniversary. There's something really close. I don't know if it doesn't have to be you. Oh, that's what it is. So he's just saying, making sure to let you know that he's saying happy birthday. You know something, Vivian? Your father just said you're gonna love hearing this, so I trust that you're going to because he just told me that. He is your number one fan. As a guardian angel, as he just keeps telling me how much he loves you and how much he's always with you, and just, I mean, I know it's dad, but he just wants to make sure you know that. So that's what he's giving as a validation. But where did he smoke? I could smell it. I mean, he just walked by me and I could smell. Would smell like cigarette smoke, and I could feel like something in the the lung area. So I knew he smoked, and you're just giving that also as a validation, and also the A name, like Anne, or there's an A name, and And but is mom crossed or here? Right. Is she living or is she crossed? Oh, I love that your dad's giving that as a validation for mama. That's why I heard the and. So just it's a wonderful way to let you know that he's with everybody, Vivian, and let's wants to make sure you know that. And also when you said, I was surprised to get through, just when we hang up, just thank Daddy because he's the one that made sure you got through because it's very difficult. There's a lot of people calling. So just know that it's Dad just saying Vivian needed to hear from me and to be reminded. I know you get this, but how much he's always with you. I love that you just said that because when you just said that, Vivian, he just hugged you so hard and just kissed you on the cheek. So I'm going to leave you with that. Lots of love. Thanks, Vivian. Bye-bye.
You want to do one more?
Sure. Hi, who's this? Hey, Gina, were you the one on Facebook? Oh, no. So, Gina, listen, let me get right to it because the end of the show, I've got like 3 minutes. So I've got to get moving with you. And I'm so glad that you just called. So, Gina, who's the dad figure for you that's crossed? If your dad's here, then it's usually a grandfather or a father-in-law. But there's a big dad presence. Oh, so it's got to be uncle then. But is this mom's brother? Okay. Does your mom is your mom still here? Oh my God, I love this. All right, I love this, Gina. So let me ask you something then. Does your mom have a brother? Where's the? I love this. I love Gina. I love you and your mom. Like, oh wait, maybe there's a brother. Why? Oh, that's what it is then. Okay, I got it. So there's also a Stephanie. Where does this come in? Connected either. Who's crossed? So just know it's like a family reunion, Gina, coming in. They're all just letting you know that they're coming in. Gina, do you dabble with like tarot cards or spirit? Wow, it's incredible that not only psychically I tuned into your connection, but also spirit's giving it as a validation. Again, it's not saying you should do it, not at all. It's just validating that. Well, let me just tell you this, and unfortunately, I'm out of time. I will tell you something, Gina, that whatever you just said to me about the gift, like whatever you have, it is not just a little gift. This is huge. This is big. So it's very big. And when Spirit gives me my sort of symbol for someone connected that is so huge. They just want to give that as a validation. Again, not about saying, work on it, do it. It's not about that. They love you no matter what. It's just saying that they want to validate that you are one special lady with this gift. It's incredible. And they just also said that it's all because it's bloodline. So you must have it above you. Yeah, you have to, because they just show me it coming down. So, Gina, you know what? On another show, you got to call in when I have more time, because I like to keep going with this. I love it. So thank you, Mama, for doing that. So listen, lots of love, Gina, and thank you. Alrighty, bye-bye. So, as always, this flies by. We're out of time. We'll be here next week. But for Facebook people, we're actually heading for a little retreat tomorrow. So we're going to be up in Maine.
And we'll do a Facebook Live.
We'll do a
from there.
Facebook Live from there
Yes.
so everyone can
You'll
see
get-
where we are. So for Facebook Live,
Fabulous place.
keep in tune with Steve in the Medium, everything Steve in the Medium. And by next Wednesday, I should have some dates and stuff for shows coming up, which is terrific. So what's your website?
Coach Elex on Instagram and Performance Coaching by Elex.
Perfect. And a big, huge shout out and thank you to the best producer there is in this world. That Mark actually is doing 6 to 9, comes to do his show and volunteers to stay with us. Is pretty incredible, Mark, and I thank you. Really, you don't get any
Thank
better than this
you.
one. You really don't. I mean, right?
Even though he wears those queer-looking shirts, but we'll get past that. Bye.
Listen, have a great,
Bye,
great week,
everyone.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
That's
Cheer,
fun.
cheer,
That's
cheer.
fun.
Give us some
Strange.
love, people.
Oh, wow.
Bye.